proof of concept applications, passed to pilot applications, but not actual product. So actual products is done by the BIIT. For us, we have numbers of internal and external applications right now, and we are built in a small teams. Scrum teams. We have maybe 2 or 3 developers, data science, UX, Scrum Master, and of course project manager. But for this particular application, we faced the problem, and this is the problem that we try to solve. So right now, around the world, there are 300 million people which are suffering with AMD, which is age-related macular degeneration, and also diabetic retinopathy. Age-related macular degeneration, we recognized, or there are 2 types of that degeneration, dry and wet one. Dry one is a slow progressing one. So you have to test it against it maybe once in 3 months or something like that. So it's not that difficult. But with the wet type is very fast progressing, and the actual outcome for that degeneration is vision loss on both eyes. There are medications for that. But you need, after taking that medication, you need to track down how that medication progresses. So do you need a larger dose of that medication or not? So as I already said, the main cause of blindness in adult population, in elderly people, that's the AMD and diabetic retinopathy. And early diagnostic and monitoring, that's the crucial to avoid vision loss in such a patient. We took a look at the technical background or a technical landscape that we had on a market today. So far, the only devices that are on the market are cumbersome, large, and can be only used in optical stores or the ophthalmologist departments of the hospitals. So we tried to build something that patient can use on their own device, in their own home. So we wanted to enable patients to remotely monitor their eyesight and retinal disease progression. It's crucial for them when they are doing the test that they are relaxed in the environment that they know, so they are not stressed out when they are doing tests. So we try to do using inexpensive cardboard devices, which Google created a while ago. I think this is discontinued now, but there are many more on the market as well. In the patient own device, so the mobile phone that patient has, and in the comfortable use of home. So that was what we are striving to do. This is the application that we thought. So this is the very high overview of the actual application. So we have a Flutter application, which we decided to do because we wanted to cover both Android and iOS world, and we already knew that we wanted to use VR for some of the tests, so we already knew that the Unity would be included into the development of the application. We already know that we needed to use some kind of speech recognition to control the app once the app is in the once the mobile phone is in the headset, so the patient cannot touch anymore the screen. So we have to use the speech recognition. And the main thing for the Flutter to do is the UI for the patient, so the initial UI where the patient will select the test that they want to run, and also the data storage or the results classification that's coming from the Unity. So for the speech recognition, inside Unity, there are only one library that we could use. That's the VOSC library, which is also available for iOS, but not for Android and not for Flutter. So we could only use it through Unity. This is a very small speech recognition platform. Library that really has their own limitation, but yeah, more on that later. The thing how the Flutter and Unity talks within each other, I will talk about that later in the next slide. So this is the three main points that I had in the Flutter Unity integration. That's exchange messages between Flutter and Unity. There is speech recognition in Flutter and in Unity, and there is also a Whisper integration, because Whisper, I don't know if you know, this is an OpenAI library for the speech recognition and transcription. So this is more advanced library than VOSC, what we are using in Unity. And with some of the tests that we are using, we really needed the proper speech recognition patterns within our application. So this is why we decided, okay, let's use a Whisper library for that. So Flutter Unity message exchange. Unity is built in our application like a separate project, so it's a completely separate than Flutter. We are using Flutter Unity widget view package to combine those two parts together. There are also some problems with the Unity build, particularly with continuous integration and continuous development, but I will talk about that later. But once the Flutter or the application is started and the patient selects the tests, Unity will start, but that Unity will start with the parameters which are coming from Flutter. Those parameters are almost always the language, what needs to be recognized within the Unity, and other tests related parameters, where the position, the elements on the screen, and that kind of stuff. This is done using exchange messages between Flutter and Unity, and this is possible by using two types of messages. So there are simple message that can be sent to Unity, which is completely string, and there is also a JSON object that can be sent to Unity. We are using both of those formats, and that also relates to information coming back from Unity to Flutter, like results of the tests or the needs to step up or to go to the next step in the tests. So all of those results are stored locally on the device itself. We are not talking to a server, so the device is the only thing that's needed from the user. There are no need for the internet connection for the user. All the speech recognition and all the storing of the information are done on the device itself. So that's VOSC is good option for that, because it's doing the speech recognition offline, and also Whisper is doing the speech recognition offline. You don't need to contact anywhere outside the application. So let's go to the speech recognition. So as I already said, we are using VOSC engine within Unity for the speech recognition, which is basic speech recognition. So we are just using the commands like recognizing the numbers that the person said, or simple answers like yes or no to the questions that are read to the user. We are currently supporting English and German language within the application, but within VOSC it's easily to switch to any kind of language that you want to use. It's just a simple configuration setup within the WOSC. And as I already said, it's all completely used offline. So there is no need to send any kind of data outside of the application to do the transcription. So Whisper integration. We are using a Whisper Dart package for that, and Whisper C++ library that's available on GitHub. I will have the links later on. That's because the Whisper, as an OpenAI library, it's from OpenAI. It's only available as a Python library. So basically, you cannot use it in a mobile world. That's why we needed to use some external packages that would repackage that library to something that we could use, and that's the Whisper C++ library, which basically creates the native C++ code that's available to you, that you can use to access the Whisper set of commands that are there. As the same as for WOSC, we are currently using English and German, but international is available. As said, used only completely offline, because both of the models that are needed for running the Whisper is included within the application. So so English one is the one model, and then international one is the separate model. And we are not using it in a streaming mode. So once within that test that we are using the reading speed, so we are trying to detect the reading speed of the patient on both eyes, so first the left and then the right, with scrambled text on both sides, so the text are randomly positioned, the words. So we try to determine where this degeneration is positioned inside the eye. During that test, we are collecting all the data, so we are saving the WAV file and then passing that WAV file to the Whisper to do the transcription of that WAV file. So that's why we are using Whisper, because WOSC would, or the result of the WOSC would not be really accurate as the Whisper. So the other problem that we encountered during the creation of this application is the continuous integration, continuous development setup. So in our company, in Boehringer Ingelheim, because it's an enterprise company, it's a large company, we used Ionic for creating this hybrid applications that are available on both platforms, iOS and Android. And why we used Ionic is it's only because Ionic supplied, or Ionic provided this app flow which you can buy. And then use it for building your applications, and having the IPA or APK coming out of that app flow and distributing that files to the app stores. With Flutter, that's not available. So Ionic app flow does not support Flutter, so we could not use that as a building platform for our application. So we decided to use in-house solution, and that's Azure DevOps. For Azure DevOps, you have agents to build your applications. So that agent can be a Mac OS computer, which can then run the Flutter build out of it. And that's something that we are using, because Mac OS can also create, on the other side, Android application as well. You are using YAML as a pipeline description, so it's pretty easy to describe what you want to do in a set of tasks and commands. And you have an integration with the server Bitbucket, GitHub, and other repositories, services that you have on the market. And you can set it up to be triggered on either commit or a branch merge, whatever you like. Once the whole compilation or the build is done, you have your artifacts stored in a secure location, so you can just take it out of there and prop it up to App Store, or you can set up the Azure DevOps to do the same for you, so you don't have to deal with that kind of setup if you want. And yeah, lastly, these are the useful links that so the first one is my blog. The second one is BIX Digital Engineering site blog that you can see the other texts inside, and those are 3 libraries that we are using for a Flutter build. So that's the Whisper Dart, Whisper C++, and the Flutter Unity View widget, which you can use to utilize the Unity View inside your Flutter application. Thank you.